So next question, Arjun, for you is how many revisions did you do during the study period that you had post your lectures and before your exams?
So again, there's no exact number. I started with a kind of a cumulative revision in the sense that I divided a particular subject into 5 parts, did that one portion, then did another portion. For unki saath mein, I used to just like quickly go through them. And that did not work. I'll be very honest. It worked for in the beginning, but then became too much, and I was getting too close to the exam. And I got very paranoid about the fact that ho nahi raha sara. So I dumped that. So basically, it's it's I have never believed in X number of revisions. It's basically a comfort with the particular chapter. Certain chapters I might have revised more than 10 times. Certain chapters might have just revised once. Just depends on how comfortable you get with the chapter. And again, this I've also said in other interviews. I'm weird again. Right? I told you, right? I'm very weird. I love giving mock papers. I love giving 3 hour papers. So I gave around 40 papers before my main inter exams. Because I told you I'm weird. But other than that, it really helps. Giving papers also really helps a lot. I'll come to that. What really helps. But coming back to the question, whenever I used to give a paper, random questions were thrown at me from different chapters. So उसमें मैं जब भी एक paper देता था 3 hours में मेरा पूरा syllabus revise हो जाता था. So if you take that also as a revision, so it's basically how comfortable you are with the subject. No set number of revisions.
Very true, very true. So Arjun, my next question is that how much importance would you attach to appearing for mock tests? Like you said, you appeared for like 40 odd mock tests. How much is the importance that would attach to it?
I would say one of the most important things you can do, not just for C exam, but for any exam which you're appearing for. So it's really helped you so much. You can gain confidence. You'll know exactly what topics you're weak in which subject, exactly which subject you're weak in, how well you are going in a particular subject. So basically, what I did, I scored a 80 in a particular subject. I got chill with that subject, and I was like, okay, I'd rather concentrate on some other subjects, which really worked because even the marks which I've got, they're around in the same level. So it basically tells you how well you're prepared. But more than just that, you can play a lot during your mock papers. For example, again, this is the advantage of giving mock papers. So many people ask me MCQs pehle kare, baad mein kare. Try both, see which one works for you. So for
Correct.
tax, I did MCQs pehle. For all other 3 papers, I did MCQs after the descriptive portion. So it basically it's what really goes for you. Similarly, presentation, you learn so much about presentation. Go crazy with your presentation techniques. You'll know which one is the best suited for you and the way you're presenting your answers. So it is then the stress of the exam, stress management, time management, how to answer the question you're not sure about, how to answer the question you have absolutely no clue about. So you learn how to do that. So a lot of advantages. Then the thing कि exam दे रहे हो वो 3 घंटे का stress वो उतर जाता है. When I was giving my paper, it wasn't like ever कि okay paper दे रहा हूँ पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है मेरी life में. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I just like got into my zone of the 3 hour का thing which I was so used to by that point. So and then इससे एक और क्या help होती है, you when you give so many papers you stop getting tired after giving papers, which is
Correct.
really important because you get 1.5 days and you really can't afford to get tired after your particular paper. You've got to study even after that. So giving papers, I feel, is one of the, if not the most important things when you're like doing paper. And also not just that. First of all, they should be evaluated. Don't go for checking the paper yourself because I did that for audit and I took more time than the entire paper and ended up just having an anxiety attack. It really did not work. So like it's better if you get it professionally evaluated, even if you have to buy it as you do that. And it's basically the environment in which you give the paper. So initially I was this guy who was like, मैं पेपर दे रहा हूँ पूरे घर में पता है सब चुप करके बैठे हुए शांति से पता नहीं कोई क्या बंदा क्या कर रहा है अपने रूम में. So that really helps, right? But I would highly suggest not to do that because your real papers never work like this. You really don't know the kind of center you're going to get. Teachers अगर randomly बात करना शुरू कर ले, it really is irritating. So what I did after a point of time, my door was just open and घर की सारी activities हो रही है, सारा shorgulla bach raha hai. And I was giving my paper in that. So you also go through the different situations. One tip which I love giving to people, because I did this and I'm very proud of this, is that so in foundation I had like a lot of problems in accounts. I mean, I was really well prepared for accounts, and it was one of my favorite subjects. But the thing is, foundation is the first time I got a calculator. So I was very comfortable in the calculator by the time I went for my exams. Problem was in the exams, I did not realize there were 50 people around me using the calculator. I was like, tuck, 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 and I wasn't even able to concentrate on what was happening. This happens for maths as well. So like, who can mere saath? I'm well prepared, I know everything, but like I'm not able to apply it because itni awaaz hai. So what I did for all my practical subjects, the five of them, right? So for all the five papers, so this one video on YouTube, 10 hours typing sessions, and I put it on speaker whenever I was writing the paper. So it was really irritating and disturbing in the beginning. But after a while, I just got so used to that tuck tuck ki awaaz that while I was doing my
Correct.
paper, it was rather quiet. So I do all these weird kind of things during the exam, which you had problems during a previous attempt or during a foundation, or if for some reason some person in final is doing this, if you had that problem in inter, because these things really, they sound very weird, they are pretty weird, and everyone randomly came and like, आवाज क्या आ रही है मेरे मुंह से? But it really does help after all in the long run.
What you say, while it sounds to be weird, but then I feel it is very interesting, and more than that, it is very logical to listen to. I mean, I'm damn sure that our audience will certainly pick up a few points from what you say. So moving on to the next question, Arjun, and that is, what was the most dreadful subject for you in CA Inter, and how did you manage it?
I never had like one dreadful subject. It was basically just theory for me, which used to scare me to like absolute to the grounds. But वैसे मैं अगर एक general बात करूँ तो law was the first subject which got me extremely tense. Yes, I was talking about law, so that was like one part which got me pretty scared. Other than that, audit was my most favorite subject. Also used to, for some reason, terrify me the most. I don't know. Again, I told you, right? I'm a weird person, so like weird things happen to me. So for audit, it was my favorite subject. Used to scare me the most also. And in practical FM was, I don't know, for some reason the wavelengths never matched, so I did have problem with that. So how did I overcome it? It's very simple. Just spend more time with the subject. I mean, there is no shortcut. There's no easy way out. As I said, catch the bull by the horns. Give them more time. Push through it. See, सीए का कोर्स है, पास तो सब में होना है, करना है हंस के कर लो, रो के कर लो, might as well हंस के कर लो. So like, करना है तो करना है, that's it.
This was the exact statement that I said back during my inter when I had year audit with the 87, and everyone was asking me audit में इतने marks कैसे आए? What is the approach that you took when you studied audit? And more than the fact that I was telling them how to study, that is something that everyone has to deal on their own. But then I used to always tell them that करना तो है ही. The better part would be if you will accept the fact that you have to actually do as study audit to actually clear CA inter and CA final as well. So that is something that I used to tell everyone, and rightly said, I can really relate with you in that. Next question, Arjun, is was clearing CA inter your sole object, or were you also involved in other activities, whether it is sports or even I think you are from a regular college, so are you also active in the college at the same point of time, or just the CA inter studies that you were doing?
So, yes and no, in the sense that for the first 3 months, I was active. So I'm also part of the dramatic society of my college. And Dramsoc is a lot of work. You have like at least when regular college is there, you have 4 art practices every single day. So it's a lot of work. So so I started my preps in January 2020, 3rd Jan to be exact. So the first 3 months, I was pretty active in college in my Dramsoc and all. There's this another society which I was part of, the Commerce Association. So वहाँ पर I used to study in the morning, go to gym, do I don't know, multitask. My just got crazy with multitasking. But then I did realize I wasn't able to give time to intern. I mean, when the pandemic hit, I just like did like a little review, and I was like, dude, you really haven't been doing anything. And then I was like, okay, intern is like some other cup of tea. I can't go forward with this. After which I did not do anything. I mean, I left the Commerce Society, I asked my DRAPFUC if they could give me an inactive status till my exams. For some random reason, sweet people did give me an inactive status till my exams. So I was part of the society, but I wasn't really doing anything. When I was doing inter, it wasn't just inter because I knew I have my articleship after that. So I'd always been looking forward to my articleship. That one last year in college because I knew I'm missing out on a lot my drama activities, other societies which I could have possibly been part of. I was missing onto it. So that one last year of college I wanted to enjoy. And I knew अगर ये attempt मेरा नहीं होगा 6 और महीने जाएंगे इसमें. And then the for sure my society will throw me out. So like I did not want all of that to happen. So it was not I wasn't doing, I'll be very honest. I wasn't doing anything other than studies. I used to go on a walk though every day because I am personally very fond of walking. Music is something I never left. Well, for that matter, I used to listen to a lot of songs even during my studies. But any other thing, I was not. Because like I did that, I thought to my capacity, I wasn't able to give the due time to CA. So uske baad I just totally got inactive. And after my CA, I've become like हर जगह करना मुझे सब कुछ जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल रही है बस ग्रैब कर लूं उसे 1 साल बचा है फिर में लाइक 3 साल का काम है 1 साल में करना है टाइप्स
So, when you say for the opportunities, really you want to grab walls. So that brings me to my next question, and that is, what are you apart from a CA student?
Nice. That is something I even like an interviewer would ask me in an interview and I'll get confused. So I it's so the thing is you can't separate the CA student from me because it is CA is basically my life. It is such a huge part of my personality that the two can't be separated from each other if I'm able to if you're understanding what I'm trying to say. Other than that, I like communicating with people, especially because I did not for 1.5 years. So that is one thing I really like. But other than that, I like taking up new things. I like taking up leadership roles because again in school I was just into studies. In inter, you really don't get leadership roles. And I know that if I put in that much of effort, jitna main CV mein dalta hu, things will eventually work out. So I will be a good leader. I just never got the opportunity to be that. So again, like I told you, I'm part of the Dramatic Society. So I've taken up two positions in the core of that right now. I'm handling them. Then I started a Pan India CA club because all of this which I missed, everyone is missing onto them. So I'm the founding director there, along with like 4 other friends at Venki, and we held 2 webinars recently for everyone, and we're in the midst of our recruitment process. It's like a proper 3-tier structure: directors, executives, and members. But like the thing is, it really makes me feel as if there's much more to me than just like a studious guy. It
Okay.
makes me explore more sides of me, which sounds very senti in a way, but like it really feels nice when you do stuff more than that. Because I mean, everyone knows it, but only when you go through it, you realize how important personality development is, or more than just studies. And after all, your studies are very important. But I know this for a fact. Inter study is very important, basically very important. But articleship will be a whole new deal, and I can't just walk into my articleship be like, "मुझे inter clear किया मुझे सब कुछ आता है." नहीं, because inter is everything theoretical. So practical knowledge you only get when you deal with people in real life. That is where college comes in really handy, right? Because you meet such a diverse group of people from all across India. I'm in DU, so like I have like most of the friends are outstation. I have very few friends in Delhi. So from all walks of life, such vibrant personalities you get to know. All of that really helps. So I just like taking up those opportunities. So like, चलो आज कुछ नया करते हैं, something like that. So that's basically it. I like taking up opportunities.
Well, that is really great to hear, and I feel you are someone, and ऐसा होना भी चाहिए कि पढ़ाई के टाइम पे सिर्फ पढ़ाई, but then उसके सिवाय whatever you get, you will grab them with both hands, whatever opportunity you get, and that is in fact one thing that I feel a CA student should have in him, because again I have always been saying this, and I truly believe in it, that CA course is not just about studies. You cannot end up, putting your golden years of your life just studying and studying, and there is certainly more to it. So, Arjun, coming to the next question, and that is, what has been the highest and the lowest point in your CA journey till now?
So the funny part is that they happen together, almost together, the highest and the lowest. Let's go with the lowest first. So um, I think nobody knows this better than you. It's basically walking through fire. Those 16 days cannot be compared with anything. And nobody, you can't expect anyone to understand it because it's just anything. And I am a person who tends to get pretty anxious at times. So मेरे लिए तो ऐसे ही बहुत ज्यादा था उससे पहले. And 1.5 years of मेहनत and being like totally dedicated, and I'm like finally ये हो रहा है. So all of those emotions were there, and those 16 days is just crazy. Those 16 days, right?
Correct. Correct.
So after my audit paper, touch wood, my audit paper went well. But certain things were happening because of which I wasn't able to revise EIS-SM, in the sense that the day of my exam, I was just done with 2 chapters of EIS. Entire SM, 3 chapters of EIS left. So day before like the जो बीच का gap वाला day होता है,
Mm.
उसमें EIS SM में mom couldn't find me, and then she was like कहाँ गए कहाँ आ गया. So like she just like started searching me. When I was just sitting on the floor in one random corner of the house with my head in my hands, and I just like looked up to her and I was like, I'm not going to give tomorrow's paper. And I said it itna calmly, itni chill ki mom was done, because she knows if I say anything itne calmly, I mean it. So I had decided, matlab, I knew, under se I knew ki like ultimately I would convince myself to give the paper. But that point, seventh paper se pehle, I was just like, I'm not happening. It's okay. I can't do it. मेरे बस की नहीं है इतना करना, नहीं करूँगा. Then she convinced me. She's like, कोई idiot. दे दे, खत्म हो गया, हो गया almost सारा. You worked so hard. Eventually it's going to work out. And then I was like, Mom, मैं नहीं दे रहा. I'm giving the paper for you. कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा होता है, it is not my fault. It is totally your fault. So I basically put all my liability on her. I'm like, चलो मैं fail भी हो गया. It's not my fault anymore. So with that kind of a thing. Anyway, so that was very low. I mean, that was a very low moment for me, because I just EIS-SM is a scary subject, and we're just done with 2 chapters of EIS before the day of the exam. You are scared to the bone. So yeah, that was my lowest moment. Highest happened after my FM exam. So I always told you, right, I like dreaming big and all. So even for my 10th exams, 12th boards, foundation, all of them, I tried to give like everything. But after that, I was very happy with myself. It wasn't that I wasn't happy with myself, but I was like, maybe you could have done more. But for the first time ever in my life after my inter exams, I had that feeling of satisfaction after my FM exam. That satisfaction, I think that feeling I'm not sure, but might even exceed the guilty feeling that I had with myself. That, dude, you wanted to do something and there is no way humanly possible that you could have given more to the course or you could have prepared more. You did
Very
everything that you wanted to do during exams, before exams. And this time I was like, pass or fail, I'm just happy with myself. So that has to be my highest point.
I can so very much relate to this, Arjun. That is exactly the words that I had spoken to myself several times post my exam. That result जो भी हो, even though the papers were tough, I don't know if I'll clear or not. But इससे ज़्यादा मैं नहीं कर पा रहा था. I mean, if there is something more that is required from my end, ठीक है, next attempt पे देखेंगे. I feel that is the maximum that I could have given from my end. I have given my best. अब जो होगा देखा जाएगा.
And
And
that
that
I
sense
was
of
very scared
satisfaction.
before the result. मैंने कहा सब तो कर लिया मैंने पिछले, अभी मैं फेल हो जाऊंगा, अब मैं फिर से नहीं करने वाला, इतनी हिम्मत नहीं है फेल. Might have to look for alternate career options now if this does not work. But चलो हो गया, everything's
All is
like
well that ends well, and it ended with a blast for you. So,
very true.
yes, Arjun. Do you have any questions for me? You entering the final phase of your journey as a CA student. So, do you have any questions to ask to me? Anything?
Yeah, I will probably bombard you with questions, but like not right now. Right now, I just want to like chill thoda. Inter abhi khatam hua hai. I just want to give myself that space. I haven't given myself that space for a very long time. I'm just going to chill. And then obviously I'm going to bombard you with like 5 questions every day. And then you'll be like, kahan phas gaya main? Kiske saath phas gaya main? I have so many questions for you regarding articleship, where to go in articleship, how to proceed with finance. But I think even you enjoy your rank. I'll just like chill thoda while. And then of course you'll be like, ye kahan phas gaya main? Please don't
No,
mind.
no worries at all. I'll be truly glad to answer all your queries. But then, rightly said, now is the time for you to cherish your moments, to enjoy like anything, enjoy the rest 6 months of your college life, which again is very very
Yeah.
important too. And होते जाएगा. I mean, things will flow in your way. You won't even realize, and you'll reach safe fine. But then it will all happen good. It all happen. It will all end well. So don't worry about all that. You can at any point of time come to me with any questions that you have, and I'll be more than glad for to answer them. But I'll just say enjoy this time like anything. Enjoy your journey as a CS student. If you enjoy the journey, the destination, the journey is more beautiful than the destination, is how I
Of
would frame
course. It's always like that. You can't see is that kind of a course which you really can't clear essay. I mean, when I was studying, there was not even a single point where I was regretting what I was doing because I enjoy. There were moments where I was just jumping because I learned a concept I enjoyed.
So that being said, Arjun, thanks a lot for being with us today. We got some great insights for you, and I'm damn sure that this video will certainly help all the audience that we have out there, and they'll be truly thankful to share all these honest insights. All the best to you for your journey ahead, and keep enjoying your journey, keep growing high. All the best for CA Final. I'm there to answer all the queries that you have. That being said, thanks to our audience as well to stay connected with our channel. Needless to say, do like, subscribe, and share this video. And do mention all your questions in your comments, which we will try to cover in the future videos. Thank you all. Thanks again.
Thank you.